The intersection of creative expression and digital technology presents a unique set of challenges for the modern cybersecurity and compliance professional. Navigating the complexities of intellectual property requires a deep understanding of how original content is created, shared, and protected within a global network. Typically, an organization flourishes when it can leverage its own unique creations while maintaining a respectful and lawful relationship with the work produced by others. In practice, a comprehensive approach to managing these assets ensures that the business remains both an innovator and a responsible participant in the digital economy. What this means is that we are building a framework of awareness that treats every line of code and every marketing graphic as a valuable piece of property with specific legal boundaries. Before we continue, a quick note. This audio course is a companion to our course companion books. The first book is about the exam and provides detailed information on how to pass it best. The second book is a Kindle-only ebook that contains 1,000 flashcards that can be used on your mobile device or Kindle. Check them both out at cyberauthor.me in the Bare Metal Study Guide series. Copyright serves as a primary legal shield for original works of authorship, a category that encompasses a vast range of digital and physical assets used in daily business operations. This protection automatically applies to proprietary software code, creative marketing materials, internal training videos, and even the technical manuals that document your organization's unique processes. You'll often see that this legal right exists from the moment the work is fixed in a tangible medium, such as a saved file on a server or a printed document. Typically, the owner of a copyright holds the exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, and display the work, providing a significant competitive advantage in the marketplace. Understanding the breadth of this protection allows a professional to better identify which internal assets require the most rigorous security and administrative oversight. One of the most effective ways to maintain a healthy compliance posture is the professional practice of verifying that the organization holds the correct and current licenses for all commercial software currently in use. This involves a systematic review of purchase agreements and seat counts to ensure that the actual installation of tools matches the legal authorization provided by the vendors. In practice, a discrepancy in these numbers can lead to significant financial penalties and a loss of trust between the organization and its primary technology partners. Typically, a seasoned administrator treats software licensing not just as a budgetary concern, but as a fundamental component of the organization's legal and security integrity. What this means is that the right to use a piece of software is an asset that must be audited and managed with the same precision as the software itself. A critical and frequently observed pitfall in the corporate world is the dangerous assumption that anything found on the public internet is free for the company to use for its own commercial purposes. While an image or a block of text may be easily accessible through a search engine, this does not mean the creator has waived their legal rights or granted a license for business exploitation. Typically, using unlicensed media in a public-facing campaign can lead to a cease and desist letter or a formal lawsuit that damages the organization's reputation and bottom line. In practice, a professional team verifies the copyright status and the specific usage rights for every piece of external content before it is incorporated into a corporate project. This level of caution protects the organization from the common trap of accidental infringement in an era of rapid digital sharing. An immediate and impactful achievement for any compliance program is the simple administrative task of adding a clear and consistent copyright notice to the footer of every single page on the corporate website. This notice usually consists of the copyright symbol, the year of first publication, and the name of the organization that owns the rights to the content. Typically, while a notice is no longer strictly required for protection under modern law, it serves as a powerful deterrent and provides clear evidence of ownership if a dispute ever arises. In practice, this visible statement informs the public that the organization is aware of its rights and is committed to defending its creative and intellectual property. What this means is that you are using a basic administrative tool to establish a professional and legally sound presence in the digital workspace. It is helpful to visualize a professional environment where every single employee, from the marketing department to the engineering team, understands the basic rules of fair use and digital content ownership. In such a workplace, the staff is empowered to create original content while feeling confident in their ability to identify when permission is needed for the work of others. Typically, this culture of compliance reduces the administrative burden on the legal and security teams, as the risk is managed at the source of the creative process. In practice, this awareness is fostered through regular training and the availability of clear, accessible guidelines regarding the use of external media and software. This visualization helps us see that copyright management is a shared organizational responsibility that relies on the informed judgment of the entire workforce. In the specialized vocabulary of intellectual property law, the term derivative work is used to describe a new and original creation that is based on or derived from one or more existing copyrighted works. This could include a new version of a software application, a translated version of a technical manual, or even a modified graphic that incorporates elements of a previous design. Typically, the right to create a derivative work belongs exclusively to the original copyright owner unless that right has been formally granted to another party through a license. In practice, an organization must be careful when modifying open-source software or third-party content to ensure it has the legal authority to create and distribute the resulting new product. What this means is that we must track the genealogy of our digital assets to avoid infringing on the underlying rights of the original creators. Reviewing your software asset management logs on a consistent basis allows the organization to prove that it is complying with all vendor licenses and international copyright requirements during an audit or a legal inquiry. These logs provide a detailed, time-stamped record of every software installation, update, and license key activation across the entire enterprise network. Typically, having this objective data readily available allows the organization to resolve disputes with vendors quickly and to avoid the expensive and intrusive process of a forced forensic audit. In practice, a well-maintained log is the primary evidence used to demonstrate that the company is acting in good faith and with professional diligence. This technical oversight ensures that the organization's software environment is as legally defensible as it is technically efficient and secure for the business mission. One can easily imagine the severe legal and financial damage of a major copyright infringement lawsuit triggered by something as simple as a single unlicensed image used on a secondary marketing page. In the digital age, automated crawlers used by copyright owners can scan the entire web in minutes to find unauthorized uses of protected photography or artwork. Typically, the cost of settling such a claim, which often includes the opponent's legal fees and statutory damages, far outweighs the cost of a legitimate commercial license. In practice, these incidents can also lead to negative publicity and a loss of professional credibility with clients and partners who expect the organization to respect intellectual property. This scenario serves as a powerful reminder that even small lapses in compliance can have an outsized impact on the organization's long-term stability and reputation. Every professional strategy for digital governance should be anchored in the fundamental principle that the organization must respect the ownership of all digital and creative content, whether it is internal or external. This mindset moves beyond a check-the-box compliance approach toward a deeper ethical commitment to the value of human creativity and technical labor. In practice, this means establishing clear policies for the procurement of media and software and ensuring those policies are strictly followed by all business units. Typically, an organization that is known for its high standards of intellectual property integrity is viewed as a more reliable and trustworthy partner in the global marketplace. What this means is that your commitment to copyright compliance is a direct reflection of the organization's core values and its professional standing in the technical community. We have now covered the primary basics of copyright law and discussed the critical importance of tracking licenses, permissions, and ownership for all forms of digital media and software. By building a robust system for managing these assets, the organization is taking a significant step toward achieving a more mature and defensible information governance posture. Typically, the most effective programs are those that integrate these legal requirements directly into the standard technical and creative workflows of the company. In practice, this ensures that the necessary checks and balances are performed as a routine part of business rather than as a reactive response to a legal threat. This integrated approach to copyright management is what ensures the organization remains a leader in innovation while respecting the boundaries of the law. A highly effective technique for maintaining this integrity is the use of automated tools to regularly scan your public-facing content for any potentially infringing or unlicensed images, text, or software components. These tools can compare your website and your software repositories against global databases of protected works to identify potential conflicts before they are discovered by outside parties. In practice, this proactive scanning allows the organization to identify and remove or license any problematic content quietly and efficiently. Typically, this is especially important for companies that manage large volumes of user-generated content or that have a highly active social media presence. What this means is that you are using technical engineering to provide a high-level guarantee of your organization's ongoing commitment to professional and lawful digital content management. Managing copyright with care and professional discipline protects your organization's reputation and ensures that it remains significantly less vulnerable to expensive and distracting legal claims from competitors or content owners. When the rules of digital ownership are respected and enforced, the organization can focus its creative energy on building its own unique value rather than defending its past mistakes. Typically, a mature program uses these standardized workflows to ensure that every asset, from a simple icon to a complex codebase, is accounted for and legally sound. In practice, the energy you spend on perfecting your copyright and license management today is a direct investment in the long-term legal and financial health of the entire enterprise. This focus on compliance is what ensures that your governance program is a verified and trusted reality in the global digital economy. This session on managing copyright compliance across software, media, and data is now complete, and you have gained a solid understanding of how to protect original works and respect the rights of others. We have discussed the definition of copyrighted works, the role of derivative works, the importance of software asset management, and the value of automated scanning and clear public notices. A warm and very practical next step for your own professional growth is to take a moment today and check the specific license terms for one piece of software you use regularly in your role. As you read the agreement, consider whether your current usage aligns with the authorized scope and how those terms contribute to the overall compliance posture of your department. Moving forward with this observant and disciplined mindset will help you ensure that your organization's creative and digital assets are always safe and fully defensible.
Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.